The mood in the camp.
Two hangovers and a grin.
You what?
2 hangovers and a grin.
Yeah, 2 hangovers and a grin. Yeah, I think pretty much as it has always been. You know, it's just minus Graham these days. I don't think there's any sort of dramatic change. I think as far as communication, it's obviously easier with 3 than it is with 4. I mean, that's just...
Yeah.
There's no rocket science to that. It's just easier to talk to 2 other people or as 3 to make a decision than it is with 4 or 5 or 6, you know. I mean, it'd be even easier with 2.
It
and
would be, wouldn't
just
it?
imagine how easy it would be with just 1.
Well, I think that was what happened to Graham.
Well, you know, I mean, it's not really. It's just there's this. I think so much kind of sort of stuff is invested in bands, and when they change, you know, it is obviously open to a lot of what's the best word? Ambiguity, I think. You know, about why that has changed, but it has, and you know, the music obviously must have changed a bit, and when we play live it will obviously have changed. There is absolutely no way that we could ever recreate the magic that we had as a 4-piece. But what we decided on the first day of recording was that we wouldn't just sort of give up, you know, and we just try and create a new kind of magic with 3 people, you know, and that's all we've attempted to do. You know, whether we've succeeded or not is entirely up to the.
Well, it wasn't clear whether Graham was going to be involved or not at the start of the process. We thought he might come in at some point, but then it just happened that it was started.
Well, I mean, what threw us was the fact that we started, and the first day, Alex, Dave and Damon turned up, but Graham didn't turn up, and you know, we were given no warning of that. And then, you know, later that day we were informed that Graham wouldn't be around for a couple of months anyway, and it was a very difficult decision. It's like, do we just go home now today, or do we do something in the studio? And you know, being kind of quite sort of optimistic, positive souls, we just sort of thought, oh, well, let's have a go, you know. And what happened is what always happens when you make a decision like that. You do it quite innocently, not thinking that it's a permanent decision that you've made. But we just started recording, and it sounded great.
It just happened really quickly.
It just sounded great immediately, and it was like, well, you know, if this is the way it is, then this is the way we've got to deal with it, you know.
So there was never a question of, oh my God, it's all over.
No, it wasn't. And when Graham actually returned, it was it just didn't work as a 4-piece anymore, and it was as simple as that. There's absolutely no one was sacked. No, there was no nothing like that. You know, it was just that it didn't work anymore, and the spirit of Blur was more important than the individuals. It could have happened to any one of us. You know, it's like, you know, the only reason you're in a band is to you've invested so much in the spirit of being something, you know, and you've got that kind of residual memory of all those gigs and all of that amazing love that you've been given over the years, and that's more important actually than any of you. That's the reason why people love bands, is because they sense that willingness amongst the people in that whatever band it is to just forget themselves and just be at one with what they've created. So I think that's really the answer. We like each other a lot, and we have an enormous history together, and obviously very loyal to each other. But at the same time, we're all the aspects of, we know each other far too well to be totally blissfully, you know, in love, because we're not. I mean, you know, we've revealed our unpleasantness to each other far too often for that to be even possible, you know. But when we're actually really making music, we're very happy together, you know, and you know, and you know, I'm turning into the Graham fan club here, but you know, that's how it always was, and you know, it is to this day ridiculous that he's not here. It really is stupid, and it's but basically Graham can't deal with the promotional and the intense scrutiny and emotional sort of demands of being in a professional situation. You know, I mean, it's got nothing to do with making music together.
Yeah,
but you know, he made a decision. I totally respect him for that decision. He did not want to be part of it anymore. But for me, I'm in it for life. I can't leave. I can't ever, you know, do anything else. I'm totally and utterly committed to making the best music and trying to do something that has some kind of effect and makes some kind of difference. So I can't leave, even if I wanted to. And, you know, and I feel like, well, mate, you know, it's all right for you. You can walk away. I can't walk away.